Michael Dell. I kind of assumed a position under him as Thomas Dell, but I'm surely not Mr. Thomas Dell. There is only one true Dell, and Michael would be able to tell you he's a part of that family. But I've learned a lot about Dell in the past few years. Going back quite some time, I learned about Dell. And I always wanted Dell because, well, law enforcement always had Dells. And the courts and things. Hospitals, I noticed they have more Hewlett-Packard and HP anywhere where I'm in the area they were. But I remember back seeing in school, the American school system had a lot of Dells and things, monitors, a lot of Dell monitors. And also sort of the tech industry, all the friends that I had were Dell people. I was a Dell person. It was just the brand that I knew was the best. Somebody from Dell contacted me a long time ago and sparked my interest with Dell. Must have been quite possibly Russel Juma or something that got me big into Dell. I don't know what it was. What hit me with the Dell? But anyway, that's Michael Dell. He's the owner of Dell, CEO, Chief Executive Officer. But his last name is Dell, right? And the company's name is Dell. So if you didn't know Dell was somebody's last name, now you do. So I have his last name right here, Dell, D-E-L-L. And I didn't learn about that until, I started to learn about the company Dell. Originally, I just thought it was some cool brand name that they came up with. But no, it's a family name. You have Susan Dell, Alexa Dell, Adam Ardell, Zachary Dell, Larry Page, I guess from Oracle, I believe. We got, or Google, whatever. Let's see. I'll get to Larry Page one day, but we're stuck on Dell right now. Kira Dell, Larry Ellison. He's from Oracle, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, he's from Oracle. Larry Page is from Google. Zachary Dell, Juliet Dell. Wow, so they have a whole family, and some have books and things. Or sort of, I don't know what that is. This one rides horses. Here's the man himself. He's an American billionaire, businessman, and philanthropist. He is the founder, chairman, and CEO of Dell Technologies, one of the world's largest technology infrastructure companies. He is ranked 24th richest persons in the world by Bloomberg Billionaire Index, with a net worth of $54.6 billion as of October 2021, which is hard to fathom how a human man could be, have a net worth of such a high value. But as I've come to learn, even though it's all tied up in things too. It's not like he's just got 54 billion cash. It's really none of our concern to a certain extent. That gets scary too, but he's such a generous man, this Dell. Oh, I've heard things. Like, to the extreme, I've heard many things. Actually, I've done a lot more than hear things. I've received things from Dell. Dell was born in 1965 in Houston to a Jewish family. His parents were Lorraine Charlotte, a stockbroker, and Alexander Dell, an orthodontist. Michael Dell attended Herod Elementary School in Houston. We would go on to attend Memorial High School In a bid to enter business early, he applied to take a high school equivalency exam at age 8. In his early teens, he invested his earnings from part-time jobs in stocks and precious metals. Yeah, we've heard of this. I have anyway, but I didn't know that the GED testing service. I didn't know anything about it. But he was that smart there. He found out about it that young, 8 years old, and took that high school equivalency where he applied. He was already into business at 8 years old, so much so, like I remember doing here and there sales and things. He had applied already to take a high school equivalency test or whatever. That's how advanced he was. He even knew what that was, or was learning what that was. I didn't even know. I heard like, oh, there's advanced kids and what they get. Nothing about how, oh, there's this equivalency exam you can take. Anyway, Dell purchased his first calculator at age 7 and encountered an early teletype terminal in junior high. At age 15. After playing with computers at Radio Shack, I remember Radio Shack, he got his first computer, an Apple II. The Apple II is an 8-bit home computer and one of the world's first highly successful mass-produced microcomputer products. It was designed primarily by Steve Wozniak. Steve Jobs oversaw the development of Apple II's foam-molded plastic case, which he promptly disassembled to see how it worked. Dell attended Memorial High School in Houston, selling subscriptions to the Houston Post in the summer. Dell's parents wanted him to be a doctor, and in order to please them, he took up pre-med at the University of Texas in 1983. Dell continued learning to target specific populations for newspaper subscriptions rather than just making cold calls. It earned $18,000 that summer. He hired several employees, and after earning a gross profit of nearly $200,000 in his first year of business, Dell dropped out of the University of Texas at age 19. Well, I could know really quick. They say that money, it's had its good times and it's had its bad times. And right now we're at sort of a stalemate in certain areas, especially with the Queen. She's about to die, so they say that we don't have as much supply of new currency. So then your wealthiest ones can't distribute those to the employees. But hey, what's it called? They just raised the minimum. What is that called? Income, minimum wage. Yeah, they're saying they're increasing that. But anyways, let's learn about Michael Dell's business career. While a freshman pre-med student at the University of Texas, Dell started an informal business putting together and selling upgrade kits for personal computers. In room 2713 of the Dobby Center residential building, which was a 27, it still is maybe, quite possibly, 27-story, it is, residence hall located on the University of Texas at Austin campus. On October 12, 2021, the University of Texas announced it was purchasing the center to provide additional school-owned, probably living facilities and whatnot. Anyways, He then applied for a vendor license to bid on contracts